It's time to talk about this abomination. You can't turn on social media without seeing an influencer or a celebrity pushing and promoting this creature, right? You need to understand that someone didn't just come up with the idea of this thing. Someone didn't just come up with the idea. This idea was presented, it was given, because it is coming straight out of the pits of hell. Now, roses are affiliated with these fallen gods, right? The beauty, the charm, everybody is so in love with the rose, but roses are a satanic marker, right? Think John F. Kennedy's murder. Roses are indeed satanic, right? It is a creation of the fallen angels, a very clever one at that. Now, let us get into some connection. Now, in Greek and Roman mythology, roses were associated with the goddess Aphrodite and Venus, respectively, and were symbols of love, beauty, and rebirth. In Greek mythology, the goddess of love, Aphrodite, was closely associated with the rose. In one story, Aphrodite created the rose from her tears and the blood of her lover Adonis after he was wounded by a wild boar. Now, Eros, the god of love, whose name is an anagram of the word rose. In Roman mythology, Venus, the goddess of love, who is associated with the creation of the red rose. In one story, Venus cut her ankles and thorns while running to warn Adonis about a murder plot, and her blood turned the roses red. Right? So definitely we can connect this thing known as rose to these fallen gods. So when they create this abomination, right? This tool of the devil that they are pushing and promoting like candies for people to use, you need to understand it is well planned. Because when you use the devil's devices, when you play with his tools, you are giving him permission to come into your life. Now, a lot of people will have the argument, well, I'm at home, I'm not hurting anyone. What's the problem? The problem is this: it is not of God, it is not of the Most High. It is a device coming straight out of the pit of hell. It is the devil's tool, and you're opening doors for him to come on in. And when devils come on into your life, they don't want to leave. Right? It is not an easy task to get rid of these devils. You're not going to say to Hail Mary, pray, get into spirit, and sprinkle holy water and think these devils going to come out your life that easy. So what you don't want is these devils to be attached to you in your waking life. And when you use his tools, his instruments, you're opening doors. And that is why they push it like candy. And a lot of people go into this and thinking it's just harmless fun. It is not harmless. It's an instrument of demons. This abomination right here is an instrument of demons. And it's not by surprise that it is shaped like the rose and it is named after the rose. Right? So it is definitely telling me where it is coming from and who is behind it. People, we need to understand we wrestle not with flesh and blood. Wickedness in high places. These spirits, these ancient gods, these demonic entities that we are wrestling with, they are very intelligent, they are very clever, and they are watching and studying, and they are putting a lot of traps out there to trick people. And a lot of people is getting involved in these traps and don't even realize what is happening to them. You know, it is such a shame to sit back and watch society go down the drain like this, and the people who I would have expected to come out and enlighten people about the tools of this devil, the tools of demons, they are not doing so. They are not doing so. It is so sad. Understand that roses are associated with the fallen angels. It is a satanic marker and it is wicked. Right? I know a lot of people is taken back by its beauty, but guess what? It is what it is. It was created by these entities we need to pray and understand we wrestle not with flesh and blood, wickedness in high places, right? We need to seek the face of the Most High because we're most definitely going to need Him. Let us pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.